Hello my friends, how are you doing today? Let's keep on going with the project. Let's see what has been done. Okay, so here we ended up on login. So we connected login to the backend, so we can to the backend and database, so we can actually log in the user. So let's do it one more time, login, because I need to check also if my code which I wrote actually didn't spoil my previously wrote code. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's go for user and let's sign him or her in. Okay, so Control V. Let's go here. Let's actually do wrong password right now. Let's see if something happens which I don't expect happens. So I removed this exclamation mark. Let's see. Okay, we got an error. Login failed error. Nothing else happened, but it should be thrown into the catch closure, so the program shouldn't fail right now. But I need to deal with this. I don't deal with this. Where is that? Users, it's backend. I need login form. We are going to, so we have like on login success, and we need to have here on login failure. Let me think about it actually. Do something. Failure. Yes, show, but we'll do it later on. Okay, so to do. It's to do. I didn't finish that, I guess. Okay, but that's to do. But our program not failing, so we can look at it. So we're closing here. It's working because we end up in the catch closure. So it's all good. Even if the login wrong or some error happens, it's all good. So let's do it again. Actually, let me. Interesting. Let's do it one more time. I notice right now something bad happens. Control C, Control V. That one here. Sorry. That one here. Let's go remove exclamation mark. Let's fall into the error again. Okay. So that was from the previous session. Okay, that's fine then. It's okay. Yeah, because on the back end, if we look it up, we'll come back to it later, but I want to just check. So login. We're looking for login, and we are that session. That's login attempt. Okay, let's go to the front end. To the front end on login. We're going to we're going to get that. Wait a second. csrf token. Where is that? So that's csrf token. So we actually log in here. Status, okay, and we're getting csrf token here, right here. So we first log in, and if login is successful, if it passes through these closures, then we're getting csrf token. So that's how it should be, and that's why I was surprised that I saw csrf token here on unsuccessful login. That's why I was like, what? But it was from previous session. Okay, let's return exclamation mark. We should be able to log in right now. So let's go to console. Let's close that. Actually, interesting. No, not here. What? It's not here. If response is not okay, let's do it. Let's do this comment here. Email value password. So if any of this is wrong, then we're going to get response wrong, and then we need to deal with that login failure. So close that login form and return these buttons back. But I'll do it a little bit later. Let's go to login. I don't remember, is it with the exclamation mark or not, but let's try to log in. So we have no tokens here, no cookies here. Console is clean. Network also is clean. Okay, so let's go login. Okay, login successful. And now we also can log out. So we will have here csrf token, which protects our session, and we have connect SID session token. So that is protection for the token, that is a token. Because if we look it up, it is HTML only and secure. Can I do this way? So it's a secure, it's HTML only. So if we try to look it up in window document cookies, cookie. The cookie will be empty because it's HTML only and it's secure. So if we push on it, that's empty cookie. It's like there is nothing. We can't. If somebody wants to work with them, like say they say var this site, this not site, this session cookie equals to window document cookie, and so it will be what session cookie, yep, it will be empty cookie, empty string, so nothing going to happen with them. because they're secured and they are HTML only. By the way, where is it defined? It's defined on the backend. Here, that's a session cookie. Right here, we say HTML only, secure, true, and same site lex. It's a little bit more relaxed, relaxed, lex type of cookie. There is a strict type of cookie, strict, and it says that if you have origin, like if you have front-end origin is like some beside port 3000, but your server is on some site is port like 3003, for example, that won't work now. That will give us an error on trying to communicate in front end to the back end. So, but we do lags and we do also courses to origin and credentials true. That gives us opportunity to communicate from the port 3000 or 5000. Where's the front end? 5173 to 3001 backend, but also it's not the only tsconfig. Is it in tsconfig? I forgot already. Index courses. Yep, it's right in front of my eyes. It's this one. So we're going to say to courses that origin is requested through the vars, and origin says that we expect connection from this front-end website. So front-end, not website, server address. So it can be different, but you have to define, like if your front-end server sets on one server and your backend server sets on the different server, you have to say it like origin is there, like point finger set. Okay, now what I was talking about, login. I was talking about login, right? So now we can log out. We were looking at the cookies, application cookies. So now when we log out, the cookies will be eaten. The cookies will be disappeared here. I will clean them up. Both of them, and essentially log out person out of the session. So we did it. So login register now again, so the person back to normal. So now let's go and register user before me doing, let me do, actually let's finish with the login. Let's finish with the login because it's not simple story. This story is far more fetched, far more sophisticated than it could be. So when the person logins, oh, what? What? Wait a second. I didn't get it. Wait a second. Oh my god. What the heck? Why they stain? I'm clean. I'm cleaning them out. What the heck is going on? My backend, of course, works. Otherwise, what? Okay, that was surprise for me. Let's do clear it. Let's check my eyesight if I see it right. What is going on? Okay, let's log in. We got these cookies here, and on logout I should wipe them out. Yes, they wiped out. So what was happening? What is going on? I don't. Okay, let's reload. csrf token. Ah, okay. csrf token show up. Let's log in. Okay, let's try to actually clean this out. Any at .com, and here's any with the capital letter, exclamation mark, and 1. Let's try login. Let's see what happens. That would be not good if right now we'll be able to log in. No, I'm not able to log in. That's good. Okay, but we're getting protection cookie on reload, which is not perfect situation. Let me see. Let me see. Menu. And we are doing use effect on reload. We're going to fetch csrf token on reload. And I will explain in a second why I'm doing it. And then we're going to use new token to get data. And we shouldn't get data. We got response. We got the token, but we got response unauthorized. So it's perfect. It's good. And on second time, unauthorized. Yep, that's right. Okay, that works. But now it's interesting. I should be able to log in still, right? Let's log in. And let's log in with the proper user right now. Proper user right now. User out. Not test. I need test. I need that email address. And I need that password. Just checking. I didn't check it. Checking with you together. So it's more interesting just watching me already with the checked program, with the perfect program being running. Okay, that's good. That works. We log out. We have application csrf token, connect ID, and as I show, we have empty document cookie, so it's not the hackers or whatever, they won't be able to work with them to intercept this session and use it against the site. And right now I'm logging out and that cookies disappear. Okay, let's go. That works good. That works perfect right now. Let's go log in again. And now what we're going to do, okay. I'm going to log in. And now, why I was doing it? I was doing it because sometimes users going to reload the site, the web page, and I don't want them going to be logged out of the session because they reload the page. So we're going to reload the page. We have the same cookies right now, and we see that the person still logged in. So it's not reloaded. It's not. The session wasn't lost. The session wasn't lost. And so if even the person is going to, how can I do it? So how can I do it? Okay. I need to make a pause, okay? But I hope you will believe me that I didn't log in. So when the person will close the page completely, like that, and I will make a pause very fast. Okay, and so when the person will be entering the page back, it should still be logged into the session. So we go back. What the heck? HTTPS slashes. When the person goes back to its website, it still should be logged in. So we keep in the session for the period of time of 1 week, and the period of time is here, expires at that time, like this time, whatever, in any case. So the person can switch off the computer, the person can go website, the person can reload the page, we keep in the session, unless, and that's what I'm going to show you right now, and that's what I'm going to improve further. And I did where this login, where's not this, not that. Did I do it in login form? No, I did it in menu. Yes, adding a persistent session store for production. So persistent session means if even the backend server was reloaded, the session must be kept. And handling the session expiration in the UI, like right now, my session will be expires on this date, but right now my system will not mirror it. So the person will be still logged in. I need to take care of these two. So these two things I need to do. And about the server, like, is it frontend? I think this is backend. Yeah, this is backend. So if I reload the server, so I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to load back into the play. So it's reloaded. And so if, did we lose right now? No, but if right now we're going to reload the page, we're going to lose the session. Because right now when the backend site reloads, backend server reloads, which happens sometimes. It shouldn't, but it happens sometimes. We're losing the session of the user. We shouldn't lose the session of the user on this extraneous not extraordinary events. So that's it, and that I would take care of it, but it's in the future, nearest future actually. But right now that's it, and also we can now register the person. Let's we have these cookies, and I need to remove them right now because I want to show registering the person. So I'm going to clear them. We're going to reload the site. We got csrf cookie. Okay, that's fine. We actually can keep this button also in the session, so it's on or off state. But it's later. It's a quality of life. Right now it's a bare bones site. Let's go register the person. Let's go to look at this thing. We need to get new user like that. Copy field, Copperfield. Actually, he disappeared. I don't hear about him too much right now. Was famous in 90 something years, in 2000s, but he is disappeared. I don't know, it's what happened to him. Okay, we copied. I was thinking about different stuff. Okay. We copied the mail, Control V. We're going to create new user. So we're going to be 5. We're going to use the same password. Going to use the same password. We're going to confirm the password. No, we want choose your own. We want our own password. And we're going to if we right now actually if it is different password, we're going to get an error, and we're going to handle this errors later on with that swimming message window, pulling out message window for a couple of seconds. But right now I'm not dealing with this, but the program is not falling because it's in a cache closure. So good. We're going to register right now new user. So if we look it up, our last user 16, so we have not 16 user, but ID of the last user is 16. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 users. Now let's go ahead and register. I hope we're not getting any. I will leave it here just to watch it. And let's go to console. Let's go to register. Did I put exclamation mark back? I don't remember. Let's punch it back one more time. Okay. Register. Okay, so we registered the user. No mean errors here. User ID is 17, as you can see by messages. And let's look at the MySQL. Let's renew the table. And we got 17's ID 17 user. Its role is user pending. We don't activate this user yet. Email, we have email, and we have password, which is hashed, encrypted. Okay, so that's pretty much simple. flow, which we're going to keep same. And let's look what I've been done in terms of coding. And that's pretty much difficult situation for me because right now I'll be struggling to explain because it's a patches all around the floor, all around the code. But let's look at it. I'll try to do my best explaining it. First of all, we got a new route which works on reload. So if we look up on front end, if we look up on front end, not login form but menu, we will see use effect. It means when the page is mounting or reloading, generally mounting, when the page is mounting, we're going to walk to the shelf of the backend. We're going to fetch token, which is this one right now. We're going to use a response from this new token, and I'll show you that code again too. We're going to fetch user session, getting session, and from the session we will get the ID of the user. And then if we have all the data, we're going to reset buttons, generally come back into the normal state. Wait a second, what I was explaining I was explaining the I lost for a second what I was explaining. Okay, fetch user session. If we look at fetch csrf token, I have new where is that kind of plugin, like new part of the program here. csrf token, I meant here fetch csrf token. Here it is, fetch csrf token. We're going to travel for csrf token. Yes, I understand that. Wait a second. So if we look in the backend, we have also fetch csrf token right here, but I think I did it like on the last session. My goodness, where is that? csrf token, this one. So we're going to get that token from the response. Get. Oh, my explanation is very bad. I feel that my explanation will be very bad. Register. I can feel it because I looking for it and now I can't find it. No, it's register. Well, here we go. His csrf context. That's we're getting token from response. So we're going to return that token. That's what I added to this function, so we can use then closures for await async await functions, asynchronous functions. It's not async await functions. They are synchronous functions with the then closure. So if you look at it, where's that? It's a menu. That's then closure right here. It's not async await. It's asynchronous still, but it's old form. Async await. It's more modern approach, but we had early in times we had then closure. We're getting this token from this fetch csrf token. So if we look again at the csrf context, fetch csrf token, that's we returned that new token. And I had to do this because when I set csrf token, it sets on the next iteration of the frame of web page. So it's kind of page usually works, it's always renew its state on the next frame. So it's lots of frames per second. We're all familiar with this, like 60 frames per second, like 120 frames per second, and so on, 240 frames per second. And in web, I'm afraid to say this word community, generally we say gigahertz, like we have 60 frames, 60 gigahertz, so 60 frames per second. My goodness, I'm afraid that I totally screen right now. Sorry if I'm screening it right now, this explanation, but okay, when so imagine my page, that monitor is like 120 frames per second, no, 144. But let's imagine the page renews 60 times per second. And when I'm setting csrf token to that cookie here, the asynchronous function already worked through. So that token is late coming through that through this system of cookies. This token is totally behind the train. It's lost. It's late for the flight. Imagine you running through the airport and you're like, I'm late for the flight, so please stop the flight. And the authorities tells you your flight is already 1 hour like flying. You're behind like 1 hour. So what you want from us? So the same happens here when I'm setting the token. It's too late for this closure, then closure to pick it up. So I need to return new token, the very same token, but I need to return this token from this fetch csrf token function. So I added this token into it. So then what we have, we got new token, the same which will be set into the cookies. And then we're looking for the session, fetch user session token. And if we looked up where it comes from, it's right here. Didn't move it away. So what it does, it takes URL, backend URL, it takes backend port, it takes this new route, which I showed you earlier. User routers, me route, that one, me route. Where's menu? I was in menu. Where's the menu now? Okay, it's here. Okay, here. So it takes all of this, connects them into one address. By the way, I was thinking about, I have probably I use several times of them. Yeah, 2 times repetition. I will probably move, not probably, later on I will move right here into the not props, but set them at the start of this menu component. So we going to include credentials. We're going to use method get, because on the backend that's what we expecting. We're expecting get method. Menu. So we're going to use content type, and this is crucial. We're going to use token, which we got from that then closure. And we got from this response, what's in the response? In the response, we're going back to the router. We're going to check if we get request session inside of this request. We're going to check if we got a user in this request session, and we have user, because why? We have user in it because on login I added to response user. Wait a second. Right here, not I was wrong. I was showing in the wrong place. I added a session user. Wait a second. Why session user? It's not session user. I'm explaining right now wrong thing. User loaded successfully. User, yeah, it is session user. But if we look at the types, session user only has this. So don't know it. This ID role status email, which is wrong. Let's no, that's right. That's ID. The most important for us to get this ID from the session user. We're going to look at the router back. So on login, we set into the session user, which has ID and something else. We just looked at it. Okay, let's look back. Types, we have ID, role, status, email. That's our session user. Routes, back to routes. We're going to get, that's most important. That's most important what we got into the session. So when we get in request session, that's what we get from the session. We get the user from the session. So I'm expecting to get current user from get session user, and that's backend function, repository function from, oh my goodness, it's not repository function, it's auth service function. What it does simple thing. Our auth service is right here. Auth service get session user. It return us a session user, which we just looked up. Its type. It has 4 key value couples, pairs. So we return from this get session user function, we return user. So on the router, on this router, we getting current user, session user. If we don't get it, we're going to set status for one not authenticated. That's what we get earlier if we looked up. Because if we don't get session at all, it's not if we don't get user not authenticated too. Then if not user not if, then we're going to look up this user by current user ID, which is in types. If we look back in types, it has ID here. It has ID here. Just a second. Opa. So it has ID. If we couldn't find this user by his or her ID, we're going to send error. Otherwise, we're going to get user from that me session. So generally, we getting csrf cookie, we're getting connect SID session cookie. It's going to be logout here, and the user will be known. But okay, let's go back to front end part menu. So once we get this response, we're going to return its JSON and back to that function. So if we don't get from this response data, we're going to set buttons back to normal. So we're going to say don't if data user, if we do have user if we do have user, we're going to set login button to false. We're going to set register to false, but we're going to set logout to true. So that's what's happening. But otherwise, we're going to set buttons to initial buttons, which was here like that here before. And by the way, it's a default state of these buttons. But we're going to set buttons on the set buttons if person logged into not initial status, but if the person is not logged in, it's initial button state. You know what I mean. Let's go further. Otherwise, we're going to catch the error and again set buttons to initial state. Okay. Now we're going to watch this fetch csrf token if it's changing. We're going to each time we're going to renew that use effect. I mean, not user effect, use effect. And so that's how we getting that state when I can reload the page and I can close the page, I can reload the computer, and it still will be working. The page will be working. So now, working with the csrf, I'm going to work with csrf token quite extensively. Wait a second. Handle logout. Did I explain handle logout? Register? I don't remember if I explained it or not. I think I did. Did I? Okay, doesn't matter. Like it's pretty much not the same. It doesn't look like the same at all. Okay, logout actually, let me explain very fast. Logout is just a button, so we don't need to make any component for it. We need only function for it, logout, which will be working on click, on logout click. So as you remember, we have handle button click, which rotates through all of them, and that's case logout. We're going to set buttons to this state, which is register true. I want it will be shown. I want login will be shown. Logout will be clicked and shown false, so not shown. We're going to have handle logout function, which is normal function, but inside of it it has a async function, nameless async function. There's some other name for it, but nameless async function. I try to remember it now. What's the name of it? But that's okay. We're going to check for backend URL and backend port in environment. If not, if we don't find backend URL or don't find backend port or don't find pass from on logout, we're going to throw the error. If we don't have csrf token, and is that where I'm falling? Yeah, probably. No. That's not where I'm falling out of this function. I thought that I did comment here. Where is that now? What is going on? What is going on? Just a second. Logout actually handling it. I didn't handle closing that. I did somewhere comment. What's a comment? Yeah. Okay. So if we don't have csrf token, we're going to look for it again. We're going to try to fetch it again. But if we couldn't fetch it again, then we're going to throw the error, csrf token is not available. We have to give a chance, right? Then we're going to fetch what we're going to fetch here. Just a second, wait a second. Handle logout. Credentials include. We're going to okay. So if we look at the logout pass, we need to go to look what that logout does. So we're going to look at routes, and now logout. It's simple, not too much. We're going to go to our service, which is right here, and we go to logout user. What it does, logout user, it's going to destroy session. So it's going to destroy session, not clean, but destroy. If it's not been able to, it's going to reject. Otherwise it's going to resolve. So reject or resolve. Then we're going to back to routes. We're going to clean cookie, this connect SID cookie, and we're going to clean that csrf cookie too. And we're going to, on success, because it didn't reject, we're going to give response status 200, saying user logout successfully. Or if it rejects, then we're going to throw 500 error, and going to say failed logout user and give the reason for it, why it failed. So that's logout menu. So that's why we want that fetch. We're going to get the information. We only get this phrase that the person is logged out successfully. So if response is okay, if response is not okay, I mean, we're going to throw a new error and we're going to catch any error here. Throw a new error. Accepted. I was thinking, why I didn't give any throw error here? Because we want final message being posted on the front end, sent to user, oh, you didn't do this and this and that, or something went wrong. I was thinking, why I'm going only console? That was strange. Okay, so I was talking about csrf token, right? Okay, so now if we talk about csrf token, yes, that's what I was talking about. We're going to work through this extensively. It will be used nearly pretty much often. So when I was doing this, I used that component of React. And generally, what this component of React does, it's generally it sets this csrf token case, this csrf token instance everywhere in my program. So it's on the top of the program, and every component inside of it will be having parameter csrf token. Okay, let's look at that csrf provider. And it is like right here. So csrf provider, what it does, it's a React component which has two parameters. It's a backend URL, which is this one. It is a string, and it has children to this component. So every component inside is a child. Doesn't matter what age is that. They were born literally before this component was invented. I mean, not invented, implemented. Implemented. So they are much older, but this component is still is a parent. Okay. So this, oh my gosh, these are the children of this component, and that is the second parameter to this component. Too many words of component, don't you think so? Okay, we're going to use the state which sets csrf tokens, and that csrf token. It fetches csrf token. From everywhere in the program. It's using this route which I already showed to you. It's a simple matryoshka route. Well, if you look at it again, csrf token route, that's the one. csrf token. It's getting status 200 or getting status 500 from the backend. Okay, sends, I mean, from request. Now, let's, where I was, I was right here, yeah. So we going to get response. We're going to get JSON from this response. And from this JSON, we're going to set this token, which is right here, set this token. And we're going to return this data csrf token, and I already explained why in the same time I set the token, and in the same time I return the token, because I need both of them. And then I'm going to return children from it with this value csrf token and fetch csrf token. Function. And these values will be passed in all children's of this component. Now, I'm just thinking, sorry. I'm just thinking very quick. If we look it up at this, use csrf token function, what it generally does, it returns context. And what is the context? It's csrf context. Or throw the new error. Where do I use it? Give me please memory. I need 100 gigabyte 100 terabytes memory. Okay. I will also have context helpers. Wait a second, I didn't answer this question, right? Which I asked actually. So let's look at it. Wrong. So we use it in here. So it's kind of helper function. That's which is brings that state and csrf token. Okay, and I use right now no more everywhere in login form and in menu. And in menu, same story. I want to have that fetch, and I want that to have that csrf token. So that's about it. So let's look. So I don't feel like I explained very well at all. Okay, use csrf, and they have to be in separate files because otherwise loading context doesn't work. Use csrf. What it does, it's using context. And what is the context? csrf context. I just explained it. Oh no. Context crf create context from csrf context type. What is the type? csrf type, it has two things. It's a csrf token, which is string, and callback function, which is fetch csrf token function. Okay, so use csrf and returns context. So generally it's using this form everywhere where it been called. So we call it, for instance, in menu this, and now we can use fetch csrf token and csrf token in this menu. And everywhere where I want to use csrf token, I am going to post this line first, and then normally just use, as it would be simple state like this ones, I'll be using fetch csrf token and csrf token. So for instance, here. And it is returning me new token, and I explained it already. Okay, so it's kind of snake biting its tail. And so that's how the program right now has persistent session for the user, for logged in user. Even if it's closed the page, it can reload the page, everything. And so that pretty much bare bone program. And next step, I'm going to minimize it, and I'm going obfuscate it, and I'm going to set it on the server. That's my next plan. I'll see you. And then quality of lives. The next steps going to be only quality of lives. Like we're going to make sure that even if the server is reloaded, the session is persistent. We're going to add configurations for the users. We're going to use like all functions from the user routes, making it working completely. And then I'm going to work on what I wanted it will be my program doing. It's not about users only. It's just I have to do this because I have to have users. So I'll see you next time. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you don't understand something. Like ask me away. Maybe I can explain it better in written form. And I will see you next time. Hopefully, guys, talk to you. I wish you very, very well. Have a good day.